Hi, my name is Sean Guzman, and welcome to Going Google with ARMU Sites Training. In this video, we're going to be talking about editing sites and adding new pages. So we're already on the site that we want to edit, and the first thing that I'm going to talk about is the Edit Pages button. It looks like a little pencil. It's on the top right hand of your screen. You can click on this button and it will give you a simple text editor and a couple of other drop-down menus that we'll talk about. Once you're on the Editing Pages button, you can select basically anywhere on your screen, put your cursor there, and you can edit text. So I'm going to type some text. So you can see that I added that text, and that's where it's going to show up on the page when we click Save later. For now, I'm going to talk about the page layout. You can see your layout button is on the top left, and you get a drop-down menu. Here you have a couple of different options as to how you want your site to be laid out. You can do a single column, which is the default, 2 columns, 3 columns, a column with a header and a footer, things of that nature. We recommend to leave it as 1 column, so that's what I'm going to do. Next, I'm going to talk about the Insert drop-down menu. Here you have a couple of different options. The first thing that I want to talk about is adding images, links. That comes in handy. And then also adding documents, presentations and spreadsheets. That is also very important, and videos. Also, you can add a calendar. That is very nice if you want to show people visiting your site what's going on event-wise or when you're free or busy. We're going to go ahead and add a calendar. And I'm just going to use an example calendar here to show you what it'll look like. Once you select a calendar that you want to use and move on, then you have the option to change how big your calendar will appear on your page. You can change the view from week to month or agenda. I'm going to leave it as month. You can show what time zone it is. You can also check or uncheck all of these boxes about showing. You can give them the option to view your calendar as a week, month, or agenda based on what they prefer instead of what you specified. Showing the calendar name, showing navigation buttons, the current date range, including a border around the calendar, and including that title. I'm going to leave all of those checked and go ahead and click Save. And then since my cursor wasn't in a particular spot, you can see that my calendar inserted itself right above the text that I had entered. So you really want to make sure that your cursor is blinking where you want your inserted object to go before you do it. For now, I'm just going to leave it as it is. It's fine. If you want to actually view your calendar, you click Save. And then you can see that the calendar shows up right there. It looks pretty good. Alright, we're going to go back into editing pages, and I'm going to show you a couple of more things. First, I'm going to move this text back up here. Okay, so now I got my cursor blinking after the calendar. I'm going to go back into Insert, and I'm going to insert an image. From here, you can upload an image from your computer, or you can use a web address. So if you go on the internet and find a picture that you like, if you copy that URL and put it in here, Google will grab that picture and put it on there. And you could click OK and it would insert. Next thing I'm going to talk about is inserting links. So I've got my cursor where I want the link to go. I go to insert and go to link. From here, you can link to other pages within your site. You can give another web address to go to give the URL, and then you can choose what text you want to display that'll hold the link. And then there's apps script, but we don't use that, so I'm just going to enter a web address, and I'm going to put the text I want to display as Google, and then type in the URL www.google.com, and I'm going to check this box that I want that link to open in a new window so that it doesn't navigate people away from my site. And then I'm going to click OK, and you can see at the bottom here we got a link that says Google, and if I were to click on it, it would take me to Google. Get my cursor set again down there below that link and go to insert again. I'm going to scroll down to video, and once you get to video, you can select what you want to use, a Google video, YouTube video, or a video that you have saved in your Google Docs. I'm just going to use a YouTube video. And then if you go to YouTube and find yourself a video that you want to use, you need to just grab the URL for this at the top, copy that. You can exit your video, go ahead and paste that into your box. You can change the default video size. I'm going to leave it as it is. Include a border, and you can include a title, and then go ahead and click save, and you'll see, just like the calendar, it shows up as a blank white box until you click save. But then once you click save, the video shows up. Alright, we're going to go back into edit pages again. Now we're going to talk about using the format drop-down menu. You'll see that you have the option to clear formatting. You can change text to a heading size, change text to a subheading size, or a minor heading, or normal paragraph text. You can do strike-through text, superscripts for things like exponents, or subscripts, and you also have text alignment. Next, we'll talk about the table drop-down menu. Before I go into there, I'm going to get my cursor set after this video. There it is. Now I can go into table, and from here I can insert a table by simply dragging to the size I want, and then if I click, it'll insert, and I can go back up to this table menu, and I can insert a row above, below, a column to the left or right of where my cursor is blinking. I can also delete the row or the column that my cursor is blinking in, or delete the entire table. Alright, next we're going to click save, and then we're going to talk about the more button for a minute. From here, once you're on the more button, you'll notice there are a lot of options. I want to direct your attention to the manage site button. If you click on that, it will navigate you to a page on the back end that will help you manage your site. And then we're going to go on the left here and click on attachments. Here, if you want to, you can upload attachments that you want to have on your site. So if there's a file or something like that that you would like to share, for example, maybe with your students or something like that, you can go ahead and click upload. It will open up a browser menu for you to look for the file on your computer. You can go into your documents and select the file. If there were files to select, I would select one and then simply just click open. And then it would upload right into here. It's just like adding a file to your email. And then once your file is uploaded, you would right click and copy the link address And then from here, if you see your site name, if you click on that, you can now go back into edit, type some text, and then highlight that text. If you come up here and click this link button, and then you would go to web address, you could paste your attachment link that we would have copied into there, and then click OK. And then people would be able to download that attachment right from your site if they click that link. Alright, we're going to go ahead and click save again. Now you'll notice there's a button right in between more and edit pages. That's the new pages button. If you want to add a new page, you just click on that. Name your new page. And then you want to use it as a web page. We don't really use these other options, so we're going to just stick with web page. And then you can decide if you want to put it at the top level or if you want to put it under another page. If you wanted to do that, you could put it under any of the existing pages. One of the pages is about the professor, but we could also put it under class 1, class 2, or class 3. You can see that there are a couple of pages underneath of those already. That's what it would look like. We're going to put this at the top level, and we're going to click create. And it'll take just a moment. And then now you'll see we have a new page created. Something you'll notice about these pages, there's an option to add comments or add files at the bottom. If you want to change this, click save and then go to more, and then you're going to want to click on edit page, or I'm sorry, page settings, and then you can deselect these checkboxes, the allow comments and allow attachments, to stop that. We'll leave show links to subpages and show page title, and then you could also edit this particular page's URL within your site, but we're going to leave that the same. Then we'll click save, and you can see that those options disappeared. I'll go ahead and just add a little bit of text in here so that the page has something. And then after that, you want to go back to more, click on edit site layout, because we want our page to show up on this top navigation bar. To do that, simply click on the navigation bar and it'll bring you to this window. You can see all of the pages that are already there and their subpages. Our page that we just created isn't there, so we'll click add page, and there you can see test. Select that and click OK, and now it shows up. If you want to change the position on that horizontal navigation bar of your page, highlight it and then use these arrows on the right to move it up and down. I'm going to leave it at the bottom. You can also use the left and right arrow to make it a subpage or a main page. And then we're going to go ahead and click OK. Now you'll see our test page is shown up, and we can close this. Alright, that concludes our site editing and new pages training. Thank you for joining us.